Welcome to Company Showcase, an advertising feature on HowStreet.com.
I'm Jim Goddard. I'm speaking with Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese. Welcome back to the show, Larry.
Thanks, Jim.
Larry, how's the pilot recycling plant going?
Well, we've put a press release out that the parts that we've been waiting for patiently for the last couple of months have finally been received and installed, and the plant has started up. So we should have news on that next week, and so that's gratifying. Optimizing the plant, could save millions of dollars in revamps down the road for the commercial plant. So this is a great thing to happen. There's other things that could be optimized, but we'll know more about that as we move through the chute. Certainly, we're putting more material through, and so that's a good thing, Jim. But getting away from the plant, which I'll report on more next week. The stock, the shares of AMY have been steadily creeping up, and they bumped up against 27 cents. Closed there yesterday. That is a resistance point. It's been a resistance point for the last 2.5 years, but I feel that we'll break through that and go into new territory. And today is a bit of a down day, lots of rearranging of shares and short positions for the weekend. So that continues on. But it's like gold. I mean, gold went up to over $2,000 and went down to below 1,900, and everything, hits a point, corrects, goes back, may hit that point 2 or 3 more times, and then break through. So I'm still expecting gold to be a terrific barometer of the economy, and especially in the measurement of inflation. So I expect to see $2,500, $3,000 in the next 2 years. And it's an opportune time for us to spin out our gold assets and rare earth assets to our existing shareholders on a ratio to be determined. And that'll be determined by the courts in BC. There's a lot of work that goes on into that. We're trying to push the timeline as fast as we can, but, there are other things that we have no control over that take more time. But I've had queries about, how long is this going to take? My best guess would be 2 to 3 months, or maybe even a little bit longer. But it's a great opportunity for existing shareholders and any new shareholders coming in that they would be beneficial owners of the gold company that would be spun out. And so that's got to be a very big positive for purchases of AMY and existing shareholders. I mean, gold is going through the roof. I've been checking out a few stocks that are up 400%. And, that we're trading down in the Netherlands, early this year. So, that's the big thrust of the, future going forward, and I don't see that diminishing. And, so I want our shareholders to enjoy the benefits of a gold market. And, so we're working away at that to keep that going. There are other things that, commodities in general have taken a bit of a hit, not much. And, but I came across an article that was written by the indigenous people in Russia about Nornickel. Nornickel is the largest producer of nickel in the world. And they had pictures in there of devastated landscapes and everything else, and how this is polluting the indigenous areas, and reducing the fishing and hunting and everything else that goes on with it. So they're asking for the world for help, and specifically Elon Musk to not be purchasing any of Nornickel's product. And So nickel is certainly taken the limelight from everything, thanks to Elon. And, we can certainly supply a lot of nickel with our recycling. Almost as soon as we can get the plant up and going to down the road for much larger quantities. And it's nickel is one of the flavors of the month, and it's kind of like cobalt out of the Congo at the DRC, and now you've got nickel coming from Russia, where pollution is part of their business, and they're not doing anything to correct that. So it's going to tighten the supplies of both cobalt and nickel, and certainly benefit the nickel producers and recyclers of nickel going down the road. And so we're happy to see that that other groups are bringing to attention some of the infractions and environmental infractions that are taking place in the world. So that, we can give them a solid product that is, has absolutely no pollution involved with it at all. So that's another great thing with us. There's a lot to talk about. Trying to remember it off the top of my hat is a little bit cumbersome, but the product and the proceeding of the company is well in place. We're talking to people about financing, so we hope that something comes together out of that. We're talking about other things which I under NDA I can't mention, that would help with our distribution and everything else of product. There's a lot to be done, and you got to remember that the only one that's really talking about recycling in any manner that shows that what recycling can do, rather than putting out a release that we're building a recycling plant that we get 90% or 85% recoveries. You don't know if that includes the battery as a whole, but we're out there transparent about everything that we do. And we don't have a lot of other help in getting that established. But the thing is that recycling is now becoming one of the focal points of battery manufacturers, EV car manufacturers, storage battery manufacturers, everything. What happens to the battery when it reaches the end of life? Because, all the good things that it's done are destroyed by the pollution that's involved in the current method of disposal. So, we're happy campers. We're bumping up against our 27-cent range, and I'm confident that we'll break through that at some point, and then we'll be into new territory altogether. So, I think that's something we can look forward to, and I wish everybody a very great weekend, and that kind of concludes a thumbnail sketch of what I wanted to talk about.
Larry, if people wanted more information about American Manganese, where can they go, and where are you trading?
If they want more information, we have a transparent site, AmericanManganeseInc.com, and we have you can contact the company here at 778-574-4444. You can contact me at LREAUGH@AMYMN.com, or you can go to the symbols and purchase a stock at TSX Venture Exchange under AMY, and the U.S. Exchange under the symbol AMYZF, and Frankfurt Exchange under the symbol 2AM.
Larry, thank you so much for the update.
You're welcome.
I've been speaking with Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese. I'm Jim Goddard. Our conversation took place on August 14th.
Comments made on Company Showcase are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Archived online at howstreet.com. Company Showcase is a production of House Street Media Incorporated.